Let's work with data frames in this series. Now we'll be talking about how you can do importation of data from outside sources, and the best way of storing that data is using a data frame data structure in R. So what is a data frame? A data frame is very much similar to a matrix that we defined in the last series where we were talking about matrices and two-dimensional tables. This too is a two-dimensional table. However, a matrix can only store data type of the same data type. So say we have this integer or this numeric data here, it can only store these three columns: the age column, salary column, and employee ID. Employee first name and employee last name are actually string or character columns. So it's not going to be able to store uh, data of different data types. All the data has to be of the same one data type. Here in data frames, we can do something more. We can have uh, different data types. We can go with either say numeric, character, or whatever other data type that you can think of and place it here, Boolean data types. So that's what gives them a dynamic nature that we can use in many places. So with that, let's define our first data frame. And the definition is quite simple. You just do employee and the assignment operator, and then you use the data frame function, and then you are going to place all the columns in the exact order that you want to place them inside your data frame. So we'll do employee ID, and the next one is going to be our first name of the employee, and then our last name, and finally we can go with the age and then go with the salary. And let's go with the salary now. Okay, let's do a printout of employee. So let's highlight all of this code and click execute. And here is our data frame that we were looking for. And you can see all the columns have been placed the way that we have placed them inside this data frame data.frame method, and it has returned us the data frame we were looking for. And you'll be seeing data frames a lot in R, so pay close attention to the data frame section here. And data frames are used with almost any type of data. So say for example there's some stock data, so market information data, you're going to be having a ticker which has some symbol which is going to be in characters. Then say we're going to have the moving amount, so you can have the opening amount in some dollar format, and then there's going to be other amounts, the midday amount, those sorts of things, as well as having date information or other descriptions possibly of the whole company. So it's always going to be having more than one types of data type stored in a single structure. So if we want to capture that structure, we have to use data frames. And with that, let's move on to the next lecture where we talk a little bit more about the binding and adding of new data to data frames as well as the subsetting.